today's subject, we're going to talk about the pick that you should pick. Or what pick did you pick? Anyways, it's a beautiful morning out today. I've been up and about, and so I thought I'd come back here and share a little bit about picks. I'm particularly thinking about thumb picks because I've kind of been on a journey looking for the perfect thumb pick. And to be honest with you, I always end up going back to picking with just my bare fingers and with my own fingernails. Now I know you can get artificial fingernails, but having worked in hospitals for my career, we were always asked by policy not to wear artificial fingernails because they tend to breed germs, and so for that reason, and didn't want to be a fomite. They call it a fomite, something that holds bacteria. Anyways, not wanting to have that happen, I didn't, I never went to artificial fingernails. I just got used to playing, just free of any kind of pick. But the thing is that I get a different sound when I play it with a pick. So I find myself going back and forth, and certain times that I play now, just with my fingers, and there's other times that I'll choose to pick up a pick, particularly a thumb pick. Although I've tried finger picks too, just to. Now you can hear that. And that's without muffling. I like to muffle too. Hear that? So here comes Bernice. She just brought her ball in. Bring it over here. Bring it to me over here. No, she still doesn't want to come visit you. So anyways, back to the pick. But you can hear that there's a difference, just between these two alone. Listen to my thumb. So one's much brighter. I just dropped that on the ground. And then, not to mention, I found that you can really pull out the bass sound when you're playing with a thumb pick. So it's just really, to me, it's nice. I like the sound. So the big question was, well, what pick do you use if you choose to use a thumb pick? Well, right now, I've been pretty much stuck on Fred Kelly picks. I've tried a number of them. They have many different styles. You have to go on their website and take a look. This happens to be one of them, and you can see the way it's styled. Now they have another one here. This is a Fred Kelly as well. These are both similar in the way that they wrap on your thumb, but not similar in the way that the tips are. This one's much wider. And so when you put it on, let me see, let's compare these two. That sounds a little bit, I don't know, it's not as bright as this one. I mean, the pick itself is really dependent on the player. I mean, that is the biggest variable right there, is the player. How you hold the pick, how you put it on, whether or not you're muffling, how much strike. And then, of course, there's also the issue with the strings, what strings you're playing. So, but I like the sound of this. And I like the feel of this one. But I don't particularly like the sound of it. 'They have another one like this. And it's a light pick. This is the lighter one, I believe. They have a lighter one, but it's shaped completely different. I don't have one to show you, but it looks like a little finger sticking out the end. It's very, very skinny. I'll put a picture up there. Now, I tried that one, and it tended to get caught in the strings as I was playing. Again, it's not the pick, it's the player. So, when I say that, it doesn't mean you don't try it, because you might not have that problem. It might just be, because I tend to hold my hand a certain way. And with those picks, what was happening was catching here because I was digging too deep. Where this, I always go back to it because it's so comfortable. And I tend not to get it caught. Now, here's another pick here. This pick, it's also a Fred Kelly pick, but you'll notice on this one, this adjusts. Not only does it look like a pick, and it's small, and you notice it's small to the finger. I'm going to compare it to another one that's similar. This is a Black Mountain pick. See that? Now the Black Mountain pick is on a hinge. What I found with these is if you don't get the right size, they have one now that's it's a lighter one, but it's also tighter. It's tighter to the thumb, so it fits my finger really well. I don't have that with me. I had one, and I think Bernice the dog got it. So I think Bernice the dog got it, and she messed it up. But anyways, but I do have this one, and it works well. It's just a little loose on me. So when I'm playing, and I like to use it as a pick, for up and down strokes. And that's what's the beauty of this pick is. But it tends to be a little sloppy because it's too big for my finger. And again, it's not the pick. It's me. It's my finger. It's my anatomy. And so, you have to try these out for yourself. These are all great products, but it's not one size fits all. It takes getting used to. It takes, finding one that fits for you, finding one that fits your style. And so, I bought all different types of picks. I'm going to show you some others that I've tried out. But let me go back to this one. You'll notice the difference between these two is the pick on this is really small. And what's nice about this one is that when you put it on, it's closer to your thumb. It's smaller. It's shorter or whatever. You'll notice that I'm going to put them up. You'll notice the difference. So when I use this pick, first of all, it's closer to my thumb, so it's more natural. Well, but the problem is that just sticking it on straight up and down, it slides funny to me. It doesn't catch and give me the buzz that I want. But here's the beauty of the pick. You can adjust that. It's got a little, it turns back and forth. See that? So I just move that up just a little bit towards my thumb so that I have a little angle on it. That's still not right adjustment. Let me try that again. I'll move it down this way. Try it that way. It's getting it adjusted. It's just pointing up towards the tip of my thumb just slightly, and in doing so it changed the attack of the pick, and it actually works well. And you'll notice I'm muting that, so sometimes it's going to sound different. nice. And but when it comes down to the picks, like just looking at these three, actually four, and of course the one that I spoke of, the one with the little finger, I still come back to this one. I think for me, it seems to be the most comfortable. I bought this one off of Doyle Dyke's website. I love to listen to him play. And he uses a lot of different Fred Kelly picks too. And believe me, he makes every one of them sound fantastic. So it's perfect proof. It's not the pick, it's the player. So so anyways, yeah. So I come back to this thumb pick. So the next question is, why would you wear one? Again, it's because I feel like when I'm playing, I can accentuate that bass, those bass notes so much easier. On the other hand, this is what it sounds like. It's much mellower with just my finger. You don't get a lot of noise of the pick attack either. It's quieter. A lot of people won't play with anything but just their fingers, and I tend to move towards that style. Because that's what I've been used to. When I was a young person learning, we didn't have picks. We didn't have, thumb picks. We didn't have just regular picks. We had matchbook covers and little pieces of plastic and things that we could find to pick with. So we tend to, at least for me, I reverted back to finger style because that's what I had, nothing. I had a guitar, and that was pretty cool. Actually, I started out on violin, my grandfather's violin. It was already 100 years old or more when I got it. I still have it. So in school, it was when music was really prevalent in the public school. And so everybody pretty much took up an instrument. And so I wanted to play the flute because I could walk in the band, but we couldn't afford a flute. We had my grandfather's violin, so that's what I ended up with. I couldn't walk in the band with a violin. But nevertheless, I learned to read music that way. I started on the violin. And then when I was around 13 years old, my father brought home a guitar and just gave it to me out of nowhere. And I put the violin up. Really haven't played that much since. I fell in love with a 6-string guitar. So anyways, so back to the picks. So there's many different types of picks out there. I mean, here's another one. This one, I believe, is made by a company called National. It's a pick that Tommy Emmanuel, endorses, I guess. And that one feels pretty good, but I still come back to this one. If you didn't want to use a thumb pick, there are some people that just take, the regular picks, flat picks, and they'll use their fingers. And then they have the ability to play both ways. That's really not something that I've spent a lot of time with, but it works. This is a gravity pick, and I actually put these little sticker dots that Guitar Moose makes on them, with hopes that like their guitar mousse pick that I use all the time. This is the .50 carbon fiber one. You know, it sticks to the body, you know, it just sits there as ready for you. It's really nice that it does that. I thought, well, maybe the sticky dots would do the same thing, and it doesn't. They don't stick very well, but they do give you a grip for the pick. So these are real inexpensive. I think they're $3 or $4 a package, whatever, and you can put them on your picks. But I always go back to this pick. I love this pick. So yeah. So then there's these other types of picks that are out there. For instance, here's a set of picks that I tried out. They're called the Alaska picks. Have you ever seen these? And the way these things work, let me show you. I'll try to put them on real fast. Is they go onto your thumb, and they go underneath your fingernail, if you have a fingernail. I haven't had fingernails for a lifetime. Learning guitar, keep short fingernails. Working in hospitals, you keep short fingernails. So, and of course I have stubby fingers, so here you go. So there you go. That's how it goes. And then they have some that are made for your fingers, and you have to get the right size on. I'll show you. Here's one that's gonna go on the middle finger. It looks like that size. And then there's one here that goes, it's a little bit smaller. Put it on this finger. Yeah. And this one here. Now the thing about these picks is that when you put them on, they pinch to your fingers, and that gets uncomfortable after a while. I'll show you a picture here of how they suggest that you can remedy some of that. There's ways to get these, and you just modify them. There's the picture there. There's different ways to file them, to cut them, to make them more comfortable when you put them on. There's a lot of great players that have tried these, and I've seen finger stylists wearing them. But it takes some getting used to. One thing about these is that when you use them for a strum, it works really well. And usually when I play like that, I'm just playing with my bare fingernails, and it's hard on your fingernails. So something like this works really well. Yeah, so that's another style. And then there's a style that I never could figure out at all. They're called the butterfly. Here they are here. These are on Amazon. And by the way, the Alaska picks are on Amazon too. They're worth a try and see if you can get them to work for you. Usually I pick up a guitar and I don't take the time to put things on like that, but I should, because I think there's some value in it. But these picks here, when they go on, let's see if I can get used to these, they go underneath your fingernail and right on top like that. See that? And so you've got this metal. I've tried squeezing these and doing all kinds of manner of things to make them work. And I just simply can't seem to make them work. Let's see, I'll put this last one on. I don't have one for the thumb. There we go. So I'll put a thumb pick on. Here we go. There, see? They're called the butterfly picks. And I think these are like $10 or something a set. Maybe even less, depending on whose you buy. They look like paper clips that have been bent. But I can't get them, to work. Maybe if I worked at getting them underneath my fingernail perfectly, like this one's probably perfect. It doesn't move. And in that case, that one works good, but this one is not perfect. It's slipping all over the place and catching. Now, see, that just fell off my fingernail. And again, that might be my anatomy, but I just couldn't get used to them. And those are the butterfly picks. This is a comfortable pick. I come back to it all the time. So there you have it. Here's one more. I don't have a whole set of these. This one fits over your fingertip like this and creates a new nail. This is a Fred Kelly as well. I bought these. I never really got the right sizes, so I can't really speak to how it works. But just that one finger, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I probably should look into it because you can see it fits on nice and creates a nail. So there you have it. Picks. To pick or not to pick? Well, it comes down to, what you're most comfortable with, I guess.